Starting off, I'm going straight in with the Colourpop Amber Crystal Setting Spray to moisturize my face and chilling before, it sets, or chilling as it sets. My bad, it's been a while. And to moisturize my face, I'm going in with this Olay Active Hydrating Moisturizer. Just rubbing that all into my face. My skin has been dry, the season is changing, and my skin notices it. And my first step, as always, is eyebrows. So I'm just combing them out because they look a hot mess. They have not been groomed in forever. And using the Anastasia Beverly Hill Dipbrow in chocolate, I'm going to underline my brow to get my initial shape. This is crucial for me because I'm an eyebrow person. I know everybody is really particular about their eyebrows and, how they do them, but this is how I do mine. So I underline it, fill it in, and, now I'm just pushing that product up into my brows. Just filling in any blank areas is basically like coloring. Taking the spoolie through the front because I do not like boxy ass eyebrows. And I'm brushing the hairs down because I'm also going to overline my brow. I'm basically like drawing a whole new shape. And to set that powder, to set the liquid, I'm going to use the Brow Powder Duo, also in chocolate. I'm going to mix both colors together because I don't really notice the difference when I use like one color or the other. And that's all for color. Now I'm going to conceal underneath my brow using the Kat Von D concealer. This is in the shade Warm, D33 Warm. And I'm just going to draw basically a straight line underneath of my eyebrow to carve them out to make them perfect. This is the first step and I don't want to mess up. And then I'll just blend that out with a flat brush. And then just pat the concealer in the front of the brow because you guys know I don't like harsh eyebrows. And now I'm just using the rest of that concealer as an eyeshadow base and tapping that in so it's not tacky. And this is the eyeshadow look that I was inspired off of. We're going to see how this goes. Well, y'all are going to see. I already know. So this is the Morphe 35B, currently discontinued, but whatever. I'm going to start off with this light green shade in the crease. And yeah, I mess up. And I really didn't want to put this part in the video. But like I thought I was getting somewhere. And then I realized that I messed up. Like as you can see, these colors are blending into each other too well. It looks like one color. This is where I realized I fudged up with this ashy blue color. This palette is really old and I had to scratch the shadow to get some payoff. So yeah, I took it all off. I wasn't about to start all the way over. Like I really wanted to give up, but I figured my eyebrows are already perfect. I might as well just wipe the eyeshadow off and try again. It happens. So if you're new to makeup, just know that it happens. So I went back in starting with this dark green instead of the light green, and it already looks better. Like, look at that payoff. Look at that color payoff. And I don't even use green eyeshadows, but I really like this. And I'm just packing that on. First I pack it and then I blend it out. And then I sort of blend it up into my eyebrow. And then I'm going to take that lighter green that I used at first and use that to blend out the darker green. Just to get a little gradient effect going. You know how I do. I swear I only love makeup for eyeshadow. And then I'm going to try again with this dark blue on this stiff brush. Not stiff as in bad. Stiff isn't very good. It definitely helped me like pack it on. So I pack and then I blend. I figured I had to like change my technique in order to get this eyeshadow to work. Sometimes you have to do that. Some eyeshadows are like way more pigmented than others. So then I'm just blending these colors out and cutting my crease with the same Kat Von D concealer. I'm trying to be so careful, like with blending it out and stuff, but Right now on the outer parts, I'm going to use this purple. I tried to make it like the picture, like that was my inspiration for this look. It didn't turn out exactly like that, but I did notice that there were purples on the like lid part of the eye look. I don't know what to call it. Just like on the two outer corners, it was purple. And then like it in the middle, it was kind of like an orange. So I tried to go in with an orange eyeshadow and it went on super, super patchy. It didn't look right at all. I didn't like it. And this is also another point in the video where I felt like, I'm about to give up. This is, yeah, look, my face. I really wanted to give up, but I said, no, I'm not going to give up because I got this far. So I'm just like cleaning it up. And when I got to this point, like of me, like cleaning it up is when I realized I could make this work. So I grabbed this gold shade. It's a Colourpop shade. I'll link it below. And I just packed that right on top of the orange and I just basically blend it out. I'm covering that orange shade completely because it looked a mess, a whole mess. So I'm just going to blend the gold in with the purple, going back and forth with those colors just to, make it look presentable. And I realized that like I liked the way it looked at this point, so I kept going. I didn't think that it looked that bad or bad at all, should I say. And then I'm going to line my eyes with the Sonia Kashuk Dramatically Defining Longwear Gel Eyeliner in Ebony. I got this at Target, and every time I try to look for it online, I can never find it. But black eyeliner is black eyeliner. As long as it's smooth and creamy and goes on dark, I'm guessing that's all that really matters. That's all I really look for. And I'm also going to put this gel eyeliner in my waterline. Kill two birds, one stone. Now for lashes, I'm going to use these LA Color lashes. I didn't even know LA Color made lashes, but I thought that these were pretty dope. They're like kind of wispy and dramatic, and I'm pretty sure they were only like $1. I don't remember where I got them. Maybe Dollar General might have been. I'm not sure, but I just put these on with a little bit of lash glue and some tweezers. You know how I do. Just trying to perfect it at this point. And then I'm just going to do the same thing to the other eye. And now it's time for highlight. I love this shade. It's a Colourpop eyeshadow. And this brush is actually a nail art brush. I got it at Sally's, but I really, really like it for highlighting my brow bone with eyeshadows. I feel like it goes so perfectly and I can blend it down and do, it's a look. It's definitely a vibe. I'm going to use that same color in my inner corners, the inner corner highlight, just to brighten up the look. It definitely brings more focus to like the center of the face. No look is complete without the inner corner highlight. Now it's time for primer. This is by Becca, and I'm definitely on the phone. Excuse my face. This is a smoothing primer, so I'm just going to push this into my pores where I get oily, where my makeup tends to break up at, and it makes my foundation and everything last a little bit longer. And for foundation, I'm going to be using the Colourpop No Filter Foundation in the shade Dark 175. It's actually not that dark, but it's my perfect match. And to blend that, I'm going to use this Gem Blender by Destiny Godly. I was really hesitant to buy this because I like brushes. I don't really like sponges or anything other than brushes. You have to be very meticulous with your makeup in order to use this. So I'm still learning like how to use it, but it's really not that bad. I end up going over it again with a brush just to make sure, but for this initially, like to put my foundation on, I didn't think it was bad at all. It just takes a lot of work. Now I'm just concealing all of the spots on my face where I get dark with that same Kat Von D concealer. I'm trying not to overdo it as much with concealer because I notice that it does spread out and I don't ever want to just be like using too much. And I blend it out with this small brush. I don't know what made me use this tiny ass brush. I usually use this for setting my eyeshadow base, but for some reason I was really digging this small brush, so that's what I ended up using to blend my concealer out. And now, as you can see, I'm just going over it with a brush to make sure that it's seamless. I'm not really a beauty blender type girl. I did have a beauty blender. I feel like it sucked up all my foundation, and I don't like that at all. Now I'm just going to use, I believe this is the blue from the Morphe 35B, and just blending out or smoking out my lower lash line. I rarely do this, and sometimes I really forget to, but it really does pull the look together. Believe it or not, I wore this look to go to Taco Bell, and then I came back home and like washed my face. People at Taco Bell were looking at me like, girl, where the hell you think you going? And setting time. Okay, so this is a CoverFX. This is an illuminating setting powder, so it had a little bit of sheen to it. And it kind of reminded me like why I really don't like this powder. I'm pretty sure that if I found a different way to use it, that I would like it. But it really made my face too like shiny, so I have to go back in with another powder. This is the NYX Stay Matte But Not Flat. It's a powder foundation. And this is in the shade Chestnut. I just went back in to bring some color back into my face because it was, I don't know, that setting powder was just a little bit too much. Now it's time for contour. This is a black Radiance pressed powder in rich mahogany. And you know what contour is. You know, carve out them cheeks and define your face. And I love this brush. It's an Eco Tools brush. It's like one of the first brushes that they came out with, and I took good care of it, and it's still like hella soft. And for blush, I'm going to use Chameleon by Ofra. It's still in the container because I don't have a pan to put it in or a palette to put it in, but I really like this. It's like pink, but not too pink, you know? And for face highlight, I'm going in with the same highlight that I use on my eyes. I love this iridescent gold, whatever you want to call it. It's just really pretty. It looks really classy, and I don't know. It looks classy. What? Yeah, highlight can look classy. You know, gotta shine up the face, gotta be beaming and whatnot. And for lips, I'm gonna use the Colourpop liquid lipsticks. The one I'm gonna use now is LAX. And I'm basically using that one as a liner. And then to fill in the lips, I'm gonna use K. I don't know if they still have K. They might still have LAX, but I think K was the one that Karrueche had with them, her collab. I was using these and it made me realize that I had to get rid of them because I had them for so long and they're basically like drying out. So this will probably be the last time you see me use these two colors. Like I tried to keep them for as long as I could, but at some point you got to realize that, hey, your makeup's getting old. You can't save it forever. All right, so these are the eyes done. Aren't you glad that we like went through with it, you know? Now it looks beautiful and gorgeous. And thank you guys so much for watching. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.